Good morning, everybody. Well, it's been great weather. Been out riding. Went and did a small job. I had to put up some mini blinds at a house this morning. Having kind of done extra jobs on my regular job, or for other people, a lot of people, throughout the years, about 40 some years. Sometimes even their kids call me, which is fine. Sometimes I can do the job today. I can't do a roof anymore. Nor do I think I'd want to do it. I'll do my own, but yeah, just the little stuff people need done. It always helps the bottom line. Well, I've been working on the bike. Hope everybody's been well. Probably just making this a nicer, shinier than 1980. Don't really need 3 bikes, but it's fun to have, assortment. I'm blessed to have with one if I had one. Like I say, I finished and I may have said that, did the clear coat. Chuck helped me on that. And I've had some different dog dish I wanted to put on there because it wasn't the nicest on this side. Now, I'm not really sure if that's the one that really goes on there. I did have to make a small spacer to make sure everything was equal. And I'm lucky I have a drill press. I sold my old drill press, that old Sears. I think it was 46 or 47 it was made, maybe in the 50s. But I got this one from Chuck. And comes in real handy. This one's a lot more precise. The other one was called a Mohawk. It had a big top thing, and a guy come from Illinois to buy it. Apparently there's a lot of the base ones, but not the ones that sit on top of a table. That's actually a table. My father, when he worked at the hospital, they were selling old equipment for $1. He bought a bunch of these, and they come in real handy. I only got one left. The others, over the years, animals kind of peed at the bottom and all rusted away, but my dad used to have a table saw in there, and he had cut out a slot so all the shavings would fall down in here. You'd open this up and toss out the shavings, and but yeah, that came from Memorial Hospital here in town. Yeah, I worked there too in the 70s. Yeah, they stuck me everywhere. But yeah, the important thing I've always thought is just to make sure this is pretty equal-ish here. Some people say it really needs to break equally, the split, but the back is just pulled up and the front pulls in like this. As long as it works, it's not binding. I think the important thing I've always give the chain or the belt's got to be straight. It's got to be in line with the peg or the cog, and you work out from there. And this one here, I had to put some spacers on one side and a couple of spacers or something on this side to get this so that And then also you need to get your hands under both sides. But the important thing. Also, the wheels need to be in line. So I start at the back, make sure the chain's straight, and shim that if I need to with the sprocket. So I've shimmed that a little bit this way to push that, because I went ahead and re-spoked that wheel with some old used spokes I had. They were okay. I won't use anything that's really rusty or real bad, but I don't mind used. All the stuff I've got is used. But start there, work my way up, run a couple strings. I used to use also those old, they don't have them around anymore, 8-foot fluorescents. They were pretty good. If you can get it by the kickstand, things like that. But it spins pretty nice. Like I say, I had to make a little bit of spacer right in there. Right in there. But I don't know. This has got a hub that's like this. And it's got the clip. It had one of these clips on it. It also is tapered. It gets fatter as you get inward. Well, this one fit on there really good when it was all the way up against, almost really touching the spokes. But then you had this gap that came out this way, and I made I don't know what I did with it, but it was from a piece of PVC, so you'd have that piece of PVC, which I painted black, and then this snapped into place, and this held everything, but it looked kind of dumb that you could see the spacer. But then if you pulled it away this way, it would kind of rattle because, like I say, that hub was thick inside and then stepped it thinner toward the outside, and then there you have the clip. So I don't know, maybe I was missing something. This is the best picture I've got, even though I've got, I went through, all of these. Parts catalog. I was looking throughout the years, and even through these, this was the best picture I could get. It really didn't even have a picture of the hubcap or dog dish, and this was that one right there. So in the end, I found I had one up there on the shelf, this one, and it could be from an evolution era bike, but it's 3/4 axle, came with this little spacer, but it's it's tapered down, and on the back side there's this little one round spring. It's not an E clip, it's just a clip. It's almost like the clips you hold in the piston, the wrist pin, holding the wrist pin in. Those funny kind of clips are a pain in the butt to get in, but it does move a little bit, but when I spin the tire, it does not move. I'll keep an eye on it when I ride. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't want it spinning, but at least, got plenty of room behind here. It's not going to cut into the spokes. Is it right? Maybe not. The important thing is that it's safe and works well. Like I say, that's the best rendition I've got is this here. And that's what it looks like. It's got that on the other side for the brake rotor. And this side's just open. It's kind of rusty in there, so at least it looks better. Now I still got this. And like I say, that would have went right up against the... But then this thing was just so much room behind it. And then when it was out there, it had so much play this way because that was so tapered. So that's what I've been working on. Sprained a little bit yesterday and worked on this. The clutch, it was slipping, and, I isolated the primary here. So I put about 4 to 6 ounces. You don't need to put I feel you don't need to put the 26 ounces or 32 like you do on a modern bike, the Softail or the ones now. But they used to always exchange oil between there and the motor, and I separated the two. And, but I heard some noise in there, but since I replaced this one here, which was bent, this one's from a panhead, because I can tell because the wiring is cloth, so I'm sure it's older. This is a 70. But every once in a while, I had to put this little spacer under here because the button wouldn't hit. Now sometimes it'll catch underneath, so you just barely. But what I think, I was hearing some rattling in here, and I think it was keeping this energized. And but that started the process of this, and I took the oil out, added more oil, then it was slipping. But I think the rod, which is 14 inches or 14 1/4, mine is, I adjusted the screw snug with everything loosened up. I didn't back it out the half turn. Maybe I did it 1/4 or something. So a half turn, And it seems to have been fine. I only rode it once since then, but I may not have had enough slop so all the plates could slam home. They may have just had enough tension on them that they were slipping a little. So I'm hoping that's it, because it was kind of a funny rattling. I mean, I checked the sprocket. You know, it's got the 4 holes in it. Kind of a funny nut. And I even took a little bit of slack out of the chain, and so most time I'll kickstart it. I did find another one. That's definitely an old one because it's got Harley name on it. But then it started to rip right off the bat. So this rubber, you know, even though you got the old stuff, you know, it just it falls apart. I mean, but yeah, I took the white seat off. I mean, I love the white seat, but it sets you up pretty good. It's fine. This one's good too. But that's what I've been doing. And then riding this too. Oh, I did get picked up some used short shots. I'd like to find the long shots, but the short shots, you know, it's got some growl to it. Well, that's about what I've been doing out and about and around here and so forth. Mike hasn't brought me any of the gaskets yet for this, so that's sitting there. I was looking for these the other day. Gee, many Christmas. You know, you look for something, and you swear you looked, and then you look back, and it's there. I think I got mice in here or something. Well, I'll catch you guys later. Have a great weekend. And, I seen... I'm thinking. A couple of new subscribers. Thank you very, very much. Well, I'll catch you later. Be safe. Peace. Oh, if you got any ideas on what I'm doing, tell me what I'm doing wrong or pluses or minuses.